Yo, what's good, guys? It's KROSS Official coming back at you with a new YouTube video today. I figured I'd play a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2 just to give, a little bit of new content to the channel. I know this game's kinda old and nobody really cares, but I was having fun playing it, so I hope you guys enjoy watching it. But let's just jump right into the content. So this story is a little bit about how I almost killed someone in a fist fight in school. At the time, I was going to a school full of gang members and bad fucking kids, and I had a learning disability. I don't know why I was there even in the first place. It was an alternative school, and there was a lot of bad kids there, and the teachers weren't any better. My teacher was really old, and she would kick people out, but they wouldn't leave, and they would continue to do bad fucking shit, and she just didn't want to deal with it, so she would just keep her mouth shut, and kids would say out of pocket shit all the time to her. And I'm sitting there minding my business in the middle of math class, and the Spanish kid, now I'm not racist, but he came up to me and said some stupid shit and kept calling me a white honky, white trailer trash, this, that, and the third. And mind you, at the time I was living in a fucking gigantic home that was probably worth $400,000 on the market. This kid ain't ever seen a house like that. And me and this one other kid were the only two white people in this school. And he would stick up for me and I would stick up for him. And in this situation, he's like, yo, stop talking shit. Stop calling him a honky. Stop calling him white trash. Like, bro, he's not in the mood today. Stop making fun of his shoes because he was making fun of my Jordans. Oh, I bet your daddy bought those from the flea market. Fucking fake ass Fugazi Jordans. I ain't ever seen some shit like that. But calling me like mad racial slurs and like homophobic slurs and shit like that. And he was just pissing me off, really getting on my nerves. And in the background, there was a lot of life things going on for me. My parents were kind of in the midst of getting a divorce. My aunt had just got diagnosed with cancer, and I was really fucking pissed off. And this was just making me like outlandishly mad, but I kept my mouth shut because if I step up to him and his whole gang's gonna jump on me and beat the fuck out of me and shit, and I just didn't want the trouble. But I couldn't keep my mouth shut anymore, and I called him the S word, the racial slur for Hispanics, because he just fucking pissed me off, and I was like 13 at the time, and he just really fucking pissed me off and got under my skin. So I yelled that at him, and he got pissed. He goes, what the fuck did you call me? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm walking. So I walk out of the classroom, go next door to the special ed room so I could like clear my mind and not have him follow me. But he decided to follow me. And when he decided to follow me, I was already sitting in the next room next door, and I'm sitting down, but I could see him walking towards the door. So I got up, walked towards the door, and I meet him in between the doorway. And he's like clapping his hands, yelling shit at me, being fucking mad disrespectful, getting up in my face and shit. And he had long hair, so I just remember when he started clapping his hands at me, I punched him in the face, directly in between the eyes as hard as I could, grabbed him by his hair, flung him to the left to the brick wall, and started smashing his head off the brick wall with my two hands, grabbed my hands around his throat, started fucking smashing his head off the brick wall. His head's gushing blood, he's bleeding everywhere. I'm pounding the fuck out of his face. I'm blacking out at this point because I'm beating him down so bad. And at this point, this was my first day back to school from getting suspended from a previous fight because all the colored kids decided that they wanted to fucking pick on me because they were sick of white people and people who appropriate culture and character. And I'm privileged when I'm the only white kid going to a predominantly black, Asian, and Hispanic school. I don't know how the fuck that made any sense. But this kid was way older than me, and I'm beating the fuck out of him. I'm smashing him out. Everybody's like hooting and hollering and cheering in the hallways. Everybody's got their phones out recording this shit. And mind you, I'm beating the fuck out of him. I'm pummeling him. The cop's just standing there watching, like not doing anything because he's afraid to even touch me at this point because every time he's tried to pull me off, I've fist fought him and beat the shit out of him. I remember smashing his head off the brick wall. Then he somehow got on the ground after I came back to reality and realized what I was doing, and I had my hand still around his throat, and I started smashing his head off the linoleum floor. And then somehow I ended up getting pissed, putting him in a headlock. He got one good punch on me to the face, and that pissed me off so bad because my nose started bleeding. So I wrapped around him, and I had my legs wrapped around his throat, and I'm elbowing him in the face, broke his nose, broke his cheek, broke his eyebrow, started pummeling his collarbone with my elbow and my fist, and then I really got a hard lock tight around his ribs, with my legs, and I started pummeling his ribs, smushing his face, like gouging out his eyes, sticking my fingers up his nose, fucking jamming my fingers down his throat. I was so mad. I'm fucking poking his eyeballs out like as deep as I can get without fucking murdering this kid, and I'm just beating the fuck out of his face. He's all covered in blood, and I'm yelling at him, "You fucking stupid fucking piece of shit, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like raging my mind off. The principal comes out and she's watching us, losing her mind, going fucking ballistic. She comes in and she's yelling at me, "We can't have you in this school anymore. You're getting into so many fucking fights and causing so many problems. I'm calling your mother down here." I said, "My mom doesn't want to fucking deal with me because she's sick of your fucking bullshit." So she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna call your dad." So my dad drives like 2 hours down from up north where we live now to come and get me. And she's like, "You can't go to any school because you've been kicked out of multiple schools in this area. Like, you're not going back to a normal school, blah, blah, blah. And there's no more schools in this area that you could go to. So you need to get the fuck out of here." And my dad comes down, he comes in. And as soon as he comes in, there's another fight that breaks out. And a kid smacks a girl. My dad lost his mind. They come running out of the room. The girl's crying, face bloody, holding her face. "He just hit me. Ricky just hit me." My dad lost his mind, went in the fucking classroom, started screaming at the kid, was ready to fist fight the kid. Oh my God, it was so bad. But my dad pulled me out of that school, and that was the last time I went to that school, and now I live up here with him. But previous to that, there was one more fight that I had gotten into, which led me to get expelled. Kid took my tech deck and threw desk across the room and said, "What the fuck you gonna do about it, white boy?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you fucking Asian piece of shit. I'm gonna fucking slit your eyes and make you fucking suck my dick." And he didn't like that so much. And I don't mean to be like graphic and like, you know, a little touchy here, but this is shit that happened in my life, man. I chased him down the hallway, started beating the fuck out of him, made him all bloody. The Hispanic kids watching, me and him went at it, started throwing fucking hands over a motherfucking tech deck, bro. I started beating the fuck out of the Asian kid, and the cop grabs me off him, rips me off him, and throws me down the hallway. And like, I'm like, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Don't fucking touch me, don't touch me. I'm good." And then the cop lets me go, and that was the worst mistake he ever made, because as soon as he let me go, I started walking, and then I turned around and bolted to the end of the hallway where the Asian kid was laying on the floor, bloody, bleeding out. And I'm like, I started stomping on his face, pounding him in. The fucking cop ripped me off, beat the shit out of me, and then I started fucking him up. I started beating the shit out of him. I went for his gun on his belt because he kept fucking me up, like, for weeks on end, like, genuinely beating the shit out of me. And I don't know, man. It was just a shitty fucking school, dude. It wasn't even like, it was bad. I don't even know how to describe it without it sounding like over exaggerated, because this is like under exaggerated right now. Just keep in mind that if you're gonna fucking bully somebody and harass somebody, you don't know what they got going on at home behind closed doors. I was so mad, so sick of being bullied, got kicked out of multiple schools and expelled because people were bullying me, and I would tell on them and it would get me beat up and jumped, and I got so sick of it that I started fucking throwing hands at people. Luckily, I could hold my own, and I'm not one of those stupid fucks who would bring a gun to school and wet shit up. But you don't know, man. There's kids out there who genuinely don't give a fuck. They have nothing to lose at that point once they're already so deep in the depression hole of being fucking bullied. It's all fun and games to joke with people and pick on your friends, man, but you gotta know when to draw the motherfucking line. But I hope you guys like the videos, like the content. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what games you want me to play in the comments. Let me know how you're liking these videos, or if you have a similar story, comment them below. I love reading everybody's stories that they comment on my videos. You guys help me a lot. There will be a link in the description so you can follow my social medias and hit me up and stay in touch with me, because I message everybody. And there will also be a link in the description where you can go donate to help keep the channel alive. I appreciate you guys. Much love.